opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up first and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. The extra point, up and good. The Saints will go up by 7. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Brian Brzee there for the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points.
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Howden. They'll begin here on the ground. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He lets one go, looking for Shaheed.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back in on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
He'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get this underneath to Swift. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Chicago.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So after one, the Saints out on top. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. A short throw caught by Ferguson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be first down, though. 1st and goal at the 2.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. It's up and good. And the Bears will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Olave is the motion man. Now a give on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. A pass taken in by Miller. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's not going to get there. Maybe he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down. He'll drop to throw. That's taken in. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down. And the RPO, quick throw to Olave. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, They're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He'll go underneath to Swift. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Williams to the air once more. He'll check this down to Swift. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Could not ask for more from that 1st half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now Williams. Quick throw, taken in. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll try the right side with Swift. And he'll get this up to the 44. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Second down and 8. Here's Williams now to throw. That complete to Swift. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bears 1st down. Here's Williams. Oh, a loose football. The Saints have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it